Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I'm on a midnight ride here, I figure I'm going to bring up a point, and if I remember to do it when I upload this, I'm going to title it "Good Things Don't Last." Because they don't. They change, and usually for the worse. Now I'm not talking like relationship wise. I mean, because those things change too. For an example, when you get married to the one you love, that first year it's all giddy and butterflies. Towards the end of that first year, it becomes a deeper feeling, deeper emotion, and deeper meaning. Not that it wasn't deep before, it's just deeper. But I'm going to give you a personal example of what I'm talking about. Then I'll go into other things. Back when I joined the Volunteer Fire Service in 1995, it was what I call serious fun. Yeah, there was a whole machismo of being a volunteer firefighter. And by the way, I know there's different types of fire departments and volunteer fire departments across the nation. My particular department ran about 1,300 calls a year. And depending on your definition of working fire, about 6 working fires a month. We had a 2 square mile radius, but we mutual aided with other fire departments in the county so that, bumps our call load. Anyway, when I first joined, it was great. It was fun, and then it became family real quick. Within a couple of years, it became family. We were such a tight-knit family in that volunteer fire department that we had 2 individuals who intentionally would not hold full-time jobs just so they could be at the fire department, fellowshipping with those of us who had full-time jobs and were there where we could be. Me, my life, I had a wife and kids at the time, but my life surrounded the fire department. When I wasn't working, I was at the fire department, usually with my old lady and the kids when could be. Weekends, yeah, we went out and did stuff from time to time, but I was always on call. No matter what we were out doing, unless we were seeing a movie or something you had to kind of dedicate to, shoot. We were ready to run the call. And it was family. I mean, real family. Then about 2000, it started getting political. And by October 2001, 1999, it started getting political. October 2000, volunteer fire service in that area wasn't going to be the same ever again. Now I'm not going to bore you with the details. Suffice to say that paid crews that were originally there to supplement the volunteers during the day took over the county. And every fire chief had to sign a deal if they wanted to remain fire chief that basically said that the county fire, as they called them, the paid guys were in charge. That's my personal example of how shit goes to pot on good things. Now you take when I became awake and aware, when I woke up to reality, what's going on in the political world. Man, I hit the ground running. Once I did all the research and found out what was what, buddy boy, let me tell you something. I was gun-ho. That was in 2010, shortly after I got out of the volunteer fire service. No, actually shortly before. Man, let me tell you what. I knew two things. One, we needed a revolution in this country to fix stuff. Well, a political revolution at the time. And two, we needed a candidate who was going to do it. That candidate was Ron Paul. So I went by way of the information war. During the time of the information war, which I thought changing hearts and minds would do good, and signing petitions and having protests and demonstrations. Ron Paul came about, and he had my vote. First time in my entire life that I registered to vote. I see my lens is a little screwed up there. Hold on, bear with me a second. First time in my life that I registered to vote, and I voted for Ron Paul. I knew he was the only hope this country had. Once he got bounced, once his delegates were pulled and the RNC made up rules as they went during the convention, I knew politics was dead. Wasn't sure what to do. Then I started doing more research and figured out political revolution wasn't going to do it. It was going to take a real revolution. So boy, howdy, I was all about it. Rallying the troops. Getting people aboard with doing what was prudent and necessary. Not desired, but necessary in order to restore a constitutional republic. Then I started noticing things. I started, I went from group to group, started my own group. And I'm like, man, these people aren't serious. They may be serious about what they believe in, they aren't serious about making the change. All I ever got was excuse after excuse after excuse, bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. Well, we haven't tried everything. We haven't done this. Da 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 da. Who's gonna pay my bills? Da 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 da. Well, that started irritating me some. The Patriot movement was dying in my eyes, right before my eyes. Well, I figured out real quick I needed to turn to militia. Militia was the way to go. Militia, not the Patriots, the militia was going to bring about the change. 3%ers, they were going to bring about the change. So, I latched onto that. I joined the constitutional militia. And I was gung-ho, rallying the troops once again. Everything from Facebook to Twitter and so on. And due to circumstances, I moved here and there and got on the Zello and got with groups in Zello and were supposedly going to do great things and yada yada yada. Nothing ever panned out. Started getting the same old excuses. Went and saw the need for an uprising. Saw a need for me to fulfill my oath when the border issue came about a few years ago. Let me take it before that. My hope and my desire for things to change took a turn for the better when the Bundy Ranch situation happened. I thought, boy, howdy, everybody's finally coming around. Man, and that Bundy Ranch was ready to light off in a hot minute. Oh boy, howdy, it was gonna go. We were finally going to start somewhere to have a revolution in this country. Well, government backed down. Victory. Hell yeah, maybe people start rallying now for other things and other causes. Well, I was too naive to see that only a few small percentage of the entire movement, Patriot movement, militia movement, 3%er movement, actually participated. I was just excited that we had a victory. I didn't even think about it until the border ops came about. Nobody was doing shit in Texas. I decided to fulfill my oath and I quit my job and I went to the border. Initiated the Operation Secure Our Borders in Texas. It was happening in other states. I initiated in Texas. Put out the call. People started responding. Or so I thought. I was down there for 3 months. My bank account went from over $10,000 to $250,000. And I had a family to support. On a positive note on that, once I left the border off, other people took up charge. And we have a small few individuals down there even today doing that deal. Very small few though. But I found out during the border ops how fake this Patriot movement is. How undedicated they are. How much bullshit you'll get for taking a real stand with meaningful purpose. Yeah, I still had hope. I still had faith. And I continued in the movements until Lavoy Finnegan happened. You know, I watched these movements time after time after time. Oh, this is our line in the sand right here. If this happens, we will move. We will do something. If that happens, we will move. We will do something. Now, mind you, my faith is dwindling as time goes along. But I still kept it up, even though I shouldn't have. When the Oregon incident happened, and one of our own was murdered by the government and their minions, and nobody did a damn thing in retaliation. They depended on the very government they say that they're against, the tyrannical government. When they depended on the so-called justice system and try to do this thing in a legal manner to get justice for Lavoy, instead of picking up their weapons as they so claimed for so many years, doing what was prudent and necessary and what they said they were going to do. That's the point I knew that all these movements were dead. bullshit and dead. Not only did I find out that 60 to 80% of the people were keyboard commandos that do believe in what they say, but not enough to have any kind of dedication. Not enough to actually act upon what they say during the border ops. Once Lavoy Finnegan was killed, and nobody did a damn thing from any movement, that's when I said, that's when I washed my hands of it. It's done. That's when I said, that's it. I'm out, man. Screw this. Ain't a damn thing gonna happen. Had 8 years of Barack Obama, the perfect reason, the best reason this country has ever seen to do what is proven necessary, what was laid out by our founding fathers to restore a constitutional republic. They laid out a blueprint, and up until it's actually time to do something, people followed it. Then they cower out. 8 years of the best reason this country has ever seen to have a real revolution and restore real freedom and liberty, restore the constitutional republic, and get rid of big government and return it to the ideals our founders had of what government should be. Not a damn thing was done. And now we got everybody's so-called hero, Donald Trump, in office, which people are blindly following. That 1%er billionaire. Yeah, I don't hate Trump. I'm not, rise up against Trump. I hate Hillary. I hated Obama. But I dislike Trump. Because he's a snake in the grass. People are too fucking blind to see it. Using executive orders willy-nilly, just like Barack Obama did. And the movement just blasted Barack Obama, but praised Donald Trump for the same thing. Surrounding himself with CEOs and billionaires. And running this country like a corporation, which was demonized by the entire movement up until Donald Trump decided to do it. Donald Trump going to bring back in full force, issuing military equipment to police officers, further militarizing our police. Blasted by the movement. What do you got to say now? They were blasted by, when it was done under the Obama administration, it was blasted. What do you got to say now? What excuse do you have now to support this fake in office? Everybody, all this time, the elite picked the POTUS. The elite picked the POTUS. Everybody realized that talking and preaching the truth, that the only people getting office are either handpicked by the global elite or allowed to get in there by the global elite. All of a sudden, now that Donald's in office, oh no, we picked the president. Flip-flopping movement. Bullshit. Movement's dead. Now he wants to go to war with North Korea, wants to go back in the Mideast. All this stuff. There's more stuff I can't even think of right now because it's early in the morning. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. Running this country like a corporation, and the movement flip-flops again and praises him for what he's doing. When they preached against running this country like a corporation. Oh, it's supposed to be a constitutional republic. This country is not supposed to be ran like a corporation. Ever since I've been awakened before, that's been the word. Until now, oh, it's okay now because it's Donald Trump. Bullshit, you flip-flopping sons of bitches. I remember all the posts. I remember because I was deep. I was just over my head deep in the movement, and I read everything people wrote, and I agreed with most of it, like 98% of it. And I remember, and I see the flip-flops by this movement. I see the fakeness of the movement. I don't demonize this movement for what they say they believe in, because I believe they believe in what they say. They want a constitutional republic. They want truth, freedom, and liberty. But it's the inactions and the apathy and the conditioning and the bullshit and the lies and the flip-floppiness that makes this movement nothing but bullshit. Fuck. You can get a bunch of thugs to do more for another thug that was gunned down by the police, Boston Ferguson. You can get a group of communists to go out and take the damn streets and get their way, removing history. But you can't get a real movement for righteous reasons to do a damn thing but sit behind a fucking keyboard and try to use methods and make excuse to use methods that don't fucking work. It's all true. I'm not telling you a damn lie, because I see it, I've read it, and I wish to God I could had screenshots and files of all the stuff I'm talking about, because it's true. And if you think about it, you know I'm damn right. No good thing lasts. The movement, Patriot movement, militia movement, 3%er movement, all dead when it comes to restoring a constitutional republic. All bullshit, hype, and talk. Keyboard commandos, one and all. Very few people in this country have real patriotism. Very few people in this country are willing to stand and do what is prudent and necessary. So few that it would be a suicide mission from day one. No good thing lasts. We had real freedom and liberty years and years and years ago in this country. Didn't last. No good thing lasts. That's a fact.